YouTube's happening. It is Saturday, May 24th, and now we're going to talk about MLS video 5 of 5. We already did the other sports first: MLB, NBA, WNBA, NHL. Now it's soccer's turn. So we have 15 games on the slate for the weekend, only 13 games today. You see here, there's 2 on Sunday. We kind of just group these together into one slate, and then we do Wednesday by itself. There were no games on the slate for the MLS this past Wednesday. They might have played teams that might have did things, but it wasn't MLS games. You know how it works? Because soccer does some weird stuff like that. So, but for the actual MLS schedule, this is what we have going on today. So we're going to break these down. We're going to look at the chart spreadsheet. We're going to look at the props. We're going to look at everything and see what we can find out there. So let's stop wasting time and jump to the first game right now. All right, so before we jump to the first game, let me explain how soccer betting works for those, because I know some people they get confused by it, and it's fine. It's new for some people. I understand. That's what I'm here to help you for. So when the way they list it on the screen here on Outlier is they put the three-way line, then the two-way line, then the totals. A two-way line is what you're used to in every sport. You pick team A or team B to win. Simple as that. If it's a push, if it's a tie, it's a push. Simple. Soccer can tie. It happens. Three-way, you have much better juice, you have much better odds, but you introduce a third possibility of the tie, which it's up to you. Do you want to risk? Would you rather have a third option with better juice, or would you rather keep it at 2 options with worse juice? It depends on the matchup. Sometimes I pick 2, sometimes I pick 3. So that's what we do around here. Then the totals here. So it's then once you do it a couple times, it's not that hard to understand. So let's break these down. And the first thing I did was, why is Seattle minus 800 in 260? What is happening here? That is by far the highest money line I've seen. I think the highest I've seen was like 400. 800 is ridiculous for Seattle. And also, what we're used to on all the other sports, the bottom team being the home team. No. In soccer, the top team is the home team. Remember that. Weird, I know. So let's go over the spreadsheet, because I had to redo the spreadsheet to make it where the top team is the home team. So there you go. You can see how they do. We got our last 5. We got our streaks. We got our points. Points is what matters in soccer. The more points, the better. So you see somebody with 3 to 6 points, they suck. You see somebody with almost 30 points, they the best. We the best. And you see the numbers, who does what. There you go. And one of the things we have to look at in this is we have to pop over here to this screen so we can see lineups, so we can see what's happening. Because why is it, look at all the people. Okay, we got suspensions. We got out. And then we got a couple questionables here. Seattle is that's a hefty favorite. Let's go look at props. Props are the usual, the same. Just anywhere we go to the game, we pick the right game. Seattle, Dallas, boop, and we see if there's nothing in the last 5, there's no green. We don't look at it. Sorry, we just don't. I'm not fluent enough in MLS culture and understanding to take unders yet. Other sports, yeah, but I'll get there eventually. It takes time. So we're all learning. You're learning just as much as I am sometimes. So nothing here for this. 800 is ridiculous. I don't know what's happening here, but just like in any sport, you see something that crazy, you leave it alone because something's up, and I don't want to. No, pass. Next. And we're going to game 2. Now, you see what happened last game. We have a heavy money line. I tend to play mainly money lines in totals in soccer. Occasionally, I'll find a prop that makes sense, and we'll take that. So just so you understand what we're doing here. So, and I skip a good bit too. So I'll probably skip about half these games because there'd be no prop. There's nothing that stands out. So like last one, nothing stood out much. So this one, we're moving on to where are we going next? We're going to San Diego hosting LA Galaxy. And we can see San Diego's 129 3-way because of the tie option. But if I want to take away the tie, it goes to 280. See how that works? Okay, cool. Good stuff. Let's go to the props. I like San Diego regardless. San Diego's a good team. So let's see. 24 points versus 4. When I say teams with low points are bad, that record is 0-4-10. That doesn't mean LA's, that means they've won 0 games. They've tied 4 times, which you get 1 point for, and you've lost 10 games this season. It's just not good. San Diego's good. So you see the numbers, they're way better. San Diego, 129 on the 3-way, which means as long as San Diego has to win the game. They win the game, it's good. Simple as that. So I'm probably taking that, but let's look at the props anyways, just to see. Let's take a little peek ski. Let's look over here and see what we got. Anything? We got one prop, Christopher or somebody, to get 1 shot. Just a shot. It doesn't have to be on goal. Just shoot the ball 1 time. And he shot 3-0-1-3-1. He's averaging 1.6 shots per game in the last 5. We come over and we see San Diego takes 16.2 shots in the last 10. LA, they allow 6 shots on goal shots. So they probably allow close to 16. So that ain't good. So, but I'm still going to take San Diego. That 129, I'm sorry. San Diego should not toy with their food. LA does not belong on the same field. Give me San Diego money line next. Apologies. San Diego money line on the 3-way. Maybe just throw that out there. 3-way, 2-way. So we are having the tie possibility there. So moving on from there, because that's what we took. We took this San Diego, not this one. So we're moving on to the next game, which is going to be Montreal and LA, which is right here. And so far we have LA is favored on the road because Montreal is another bad team. So favored on the 2-way, basically almost even money on the 3-way. Let's look at the spreadsheet. We can see why. Look at LA. That's their numbers the last 5 games. We do last 5 in soccer, not 10, because 5, I mean, it's weekly. So we do the same thing for football. So Montreal, you can see what they do. They're just not good. They're just not good overall. Nothing standing out for them at all. So 7 points in the season, 1 win, 9 losses. LA is 6 wins, 4 losses, 4 ties. Pretty good stuff. 22 points. That's not bad. Number 1 in goals. Yeah, LA money line is going to be the way to go. Now, do I want to risk it for the biscuit and take a plus 106 and hope that Montreal doesn't try to tie? Because something about, let me tell you right now, home field in MLS is so important. It is super important. Otherwise, if this was neutral, LA would be like minus 300 probably. So I think I might risk it regardless because they're playing so well. Like their passes are great. Number 1 pass percentage, which means they're completing their passes. That's what you see here. They don't get red cards, which they do. They do get a lot of fouls, but not much more. So 4th in shots, 2nd shots on goal, number 1 offense. Yeah, I'll take LA on the 3-way. We'll risk it. Road team on the 3-way money line is not smart usually, but hey, sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do, right? Exactly. LA money line next. Okay, moving on from there is going to be for Montreal. Next one's going to be Columbus and Charlotte. I just realized I didn't look at props at the last one. Oh well, the money line was too good of a play anyway, so I don't care what the prop was. If the money line looks good, take the money line. Prop is a second option when it comes to MLS. I've learned this already in 3 weeks. So, all right, Columbus and Charlotte. Columbus is a good team. Charlotte's they're a little bit worse overall, but they're at home, which matters. Let me find out they are. Currently, it is Columbus plus 120, 161 favor on the yeah. This is why the last. To 27 points. They've been playing great the last 5 games. Charlotte, they are 6-1-7, but they have been not great in their last 5 games overall. Not good at all. Passing, both are equal. Cards are equal. Fouls are equal. It's the shots. Shots on goal, 3-2 versus 5-4. That ain't going to get it done. 1 goal per game. That's your average versus 2. You're allowing 2.8. This is Columbus all day. But I think I want to say I'm going to be a little more cautious on this one because Columbus isn't a bad team. Yes, they've lost 5 in a row. They're just not a bad team. They're not a great team. Columbus is a pretty good team. So I think the smart move for me is going to be this one, to say Columbus on the 2-way money line. 2-way. That way, if it ends in a 2-2 tie, I still that's a push. I don't lose. I don't win. It's just like it never happened. You just basically you're buying yourself insurance. So that's how I think of it that way. So pushes are not bad things. So Columbus 2-way is probably the way to go. Let's see. These were the props from the last one from Montreal. See, there was a couple goals. Didn't care about that. The other one was better. So we want Columbus. There it is. I can read. 100% Farsi shots and then Rossi shots. 2.5 and half. Okay, cool. So Muhammad has taken at least 1 shot in 5 straight games, averaging 1.2 because of this one. You can see head to head. Only faced last time he faced on May 3rd, had a shot. If we pop over here to Diego, it's 2.5, 3 fours. It averaged 3, 5, 4, 2, 3. Not bad. Not bad at all. These are just shots. You ain't even got to make them. Just take your shots. I think I'm still going to take Columbus on the 2-way, though. So we're going to say CLB money line, the 2-way. I like that 2-way money line better. They're just a better overall team. Charlotte is spiraling when you have a streak like that. That ain't good. You see the numbers. They're playing terribly. They're playing great. I don't want to go full on 3-way line here because 120 looks good, but Charlotte's overall not a bad team like that. Like Montreal's a bad team. Galaxy's a bad team. Charlotte, not bad. Next. Moving on to New York and DC, and currently it is done with that one. Where is it? New York, DC. There it is. Got it. It's basically a pick 'em almost on the 2-way. Then the 3-way, Yeah, you can see what it is. Spreadsheet, we'll see what stands out. Ooh, DC, what is you doing? Look at the numbers. That's a lot of red for DC. But they're at home, which really matters. And then New York is not much better at all. So far, instant reaction is a pass, but we'll see what else is going on. Excuse you, Discord. I'm busy. I'm kidding. Let's see what we got for the props. Go away, go away. Pop this over to a DC. My blunt, there it is, way up here. They don't order it right. We have no props. So we have no props. We have an ugly game. Nothing standing out. Here, where's the lineups? Let's look at the lineups at least. And I haven't looked at these for a couple times because I just really haven't had to. Because yeah, you see who's out and what and everything, but I mean these are all factored into the actual line itself, so I don't really care that much. So there's DC. Look at all the, and a lot of them are questionable. There's a couple suspensions in there. We're gonna pass on this one next. All right, moving on from there, we're going to Portland and Orlando. I would say Orlando's probably a team with root for since I'm in Tampa, and Tampa doesn't have a professional team here. So Orlando's the closest team, and I mean that's just a cool logo. Look at the logo. Look at it. It's a lion. It's purple and gold. Cool. Anywho, I digress. Moving on. Orlando 150 on the three-way. That tells you how good they're doing. 3.5 total. Damn, that's high. Orlando's been popping off in these goals recently. And, ooh, okay. I'm seeing number one offense, number one shots. They're not that though. So I mean, you combine these two, you get a 3.8 on the shots. You combine this, you're giving up 2.2. So 2.2, 3.8. It's over 3.5 technically, but under's heavily favored too. So probably not. And Orlando's at home. Why just take Orlando? Orlando 150 on a three-way. I like the way that sounds so far. Let me delete this other game. We don't need that. So let's go over to the props and take a little peek ski. Orlando is right there. Let's see what we got. Nothing on the props. See, so a lot of times we won't have anything, sadly. I mean, you could take a 60 if you want to. Have fun. I'm not taking it. So spreadsheet wise, Orlando's clearly better in the shots. They're better on the goals. They're better on defense. They're better on the cards. They're equal on the passes. Corners are the same. Yeah, this is Orlando three-way. Give me Orlando at home on the money line. And they're at home, which matters the most. Oops. Give me ORL money line three-way. I have four money line plays so far. That's it. Plenty. That's cool. Whatever. Next. All right. This is probably game of the day. Like the game of the weekend probably is Miami and Philadelphia. So there it is. It is Philadelphia is favored because they're at home 140. Let's look at the sheet. We see the numbers. Philadelphia plays. They got 29 points. Philadelphia's got 9 wins. They're one of the, if not the top team. They're beasts. You see what they did. Everything's good. Miami obviously is popular because of Messi. They are 6-4-3. They got 22 points. They're not bad. They are 1-1-3 in their last 5 though. They lost their last game, but it's because they've been on the road a good bit. So let's look at, we need to do, this is one we definitely look at the peoples. There it is right there. Messi's playing. That's the main thing for Miami. Is Messi playing? Cool. But Philadelphia's at home. They're a better team. Hell, this could be a tie. Who knows? The way the numbers go, I lean Philadelphia. They are just a beast team. People are going to blindly bet Miami because they're just going to, because of Messi. We know this. We know how it works. The super casual fan, the one that doesn't even know anything about it, they're like, oh, I've heard of Messi. Bet. That's what they're going to do. Let's see. I might do the same thing. Oh, no. Let's look at the props. We have Quinn Sullivan, shots on goal, and Jacob Glenz's shots on goal. Where's Messi? Right there. Goals. I'll pull Messi up so we can see it, because I know you want to see it. We'll start with the Messi. And we can see goals, just straight up goals. He hasn't scored in 2 games, but he had 2 of these games. Shots? How many shots does he take? I want just straight pure shots. I don't even care about shots on there. Shots. Over, under a 5. It looks like you can only get that on PP, on prize picks. Shots on goal, you can get everywhere. Over half, minus 550. Oh, what minus 900 Hard Rock. What are these terrible, terrible odds? First half goals. Second half goals. See, his props are ridiculous. Shots on goal each half. That shit isn't bad. So he takes a shot on goal in the first and second half. Maybe. Assists? None. All right, so I'm not taking his prop, but I just want to show him to you. So nothing here. Nope. And then you, nothing here. No. So I'm going to go Philadelphia on the 2-way at minus 140. That way, as long as they don't lose, if they tie, it's a push. I'm okay with that. So give me Philly, PHI, money line. It's going to be on the 2-way, which is a nice little cushion. It's minus 140. I can work with that. Next. All right, moving on from Philadelphia and Miami, we're going to Toronto facing Nashville. Toronto stepped up their game a little bit. They got a couple wins in the past 5 games. Let's see what we got cooking over here. Toronto, Nashville. Nashville's still technically the favorite. Yeah, they're the favorite. Even though they're on the road, they're still that much better, supposedly. Spreadsheet wise, let's see. Number one offense, number one shots on goal, number one defensive shots on goal. That's you're good when you can take a lot of shots and you don't give up shots. Kind of hard to lose games that way. 3 wins, 2 draws, 0 losses. That's pretty good actually yeah, that's good. 13 points. They are on the road though, so it's a little concerning. I don't love these numbers because they are really good at shots too. They're good at blocks. That's really good. Being good at blocks is important. Number one corners, number one, and not allowing corners. That's good too. Man, we got a couple. This is good. Okay, let's see what we got in the props. Anything stand out here? So this is I'm in Toronto right there. Bang. And we have just one thing, and it's U shots only offered at FanDuel. So let's take a look at it and see if it looks any good at all. 2-2-1-2-2. Just for pure shots? No. No, not loving it. Not loving it. No. Not loving that. We'll leave that alone. Pop back over here to the sheets. I see Nashville's favored, but I see why. But they aren't that. They're everything's telling me to pass. That's what we're gonna pass next. All right, moving on. Austin, Minnesota. Currently, Minnesota minus 110 on the 3-way, which means they're 250 on the 2-way, which means they're way better. They're at home. Big advantage. 18 versus 25. They're better on points. They're better in the last 5. They're 3-0-2 versus 0-2-3. Yeah, Minnesota's playing way better, but still, these numbers aren't indicative of me wanting to like, ooh, I gotta have Minnesota. Nothing. No, if anything, I'm like, ooh, I kind of like, do I have to? I want to pass on that. Let's see. Let's look at the props. See what we got cooking. Minnesota right there against Austin. We have 2 props. We have Brandon Vasquez over here to take at least 1 shot on goal, and Owen Wolf to take at least 1 shot. Period. Wolf shots. 1-2-1-1, average of 1 last 5 head to head. You can see what he's done whole season, averaging not even 1. That's not good enough. Goodbye. Sorry. You to get a shot on goal has to be on goal. 2-1-1-1 head to head, only 1 time. 2025. You're averaging 1.1. This might be a play we could take. It's a little sweaty, but it's not bad. Like he's hit this in every game but 2 this season, so at least he takes 1 shot on goal. I'm okay with this. We'll actually rock this one. I don't trust the Minnesota money line. I'm just not loving that one. So go over here. It's going to be VAZQ. No. Yeah, UEZ. Yeah. Vasquez over 0.5 shots on goal. So that's it. It's minus 140. He takes a single shot on goal, and we're good. So we'll take that one next. I feel like I should explain the last one a little bit more before we jump to the next game because it's the first prop of the whole video. So the reason I took it because I looked up and I saw he plays for Austin, right? So he's an Austin player, but Minnesota's 16th. They allow 4.4 shots on goal. He's hit this in every game but 2. That looks pretty good. So I think I could take that. So that's why I took it. So anyways, moving on. I like to explain things to you if possible. Moving on. Next game is going to be Kansas City and New England. That has a lot of New England logos. Damn. Anyways, Sporting KC is technically the favorite. And we look over here, and I don't know why, because New England has a lot of logos right here. And they are not good in a lot of areas. My God. New England's better. There's a better team. These are mid to above average. This is just terrible. So New England, my 2-way at plus 116 might be the move. That way, if it pushes, as long as they don't lose, I don't think they're going to lose, but it could push. Let's see. Get rid of you. Let's pop over here, check out New England, which is right above you. And we see nothing on the, oof, disgusting. Look at all that red. So yeah, we're not going to take that. If anything, we're going to look at this and say, that's bad. We're seeing this is good. They're on the road, which I understand. I can see this being a draw. This has a making of like a 1-1 draw. So I'll take New England plus 116 on the 2-way so I can hopefully get that draw at worst case. Best case, New England wins because they're the better team. Worst case, KC actually wins a game. So let's hope that doesn't happen. New England, money line 2-way next. All right, from there, we're moving to St. Louis and Colorado, which is right there. We see Colorado is the better team. Makes sense. Looking over at the spreadsheet, we see... No, are they the better team? Because are either of these teams good? 11 and 19 points. I see that, but look at all the red and yellow. This is already a pass. There's nothing standing out unless there's a prop. Let's go look at props. This might be the quickest video today. Let's see. Not quickest video, quickest breakdown of a game. Colorado is right there. Not a single problem. Yeah, so there's nothing standing out prop wise. We look at the spreadsheets. There's nothing standing out here. Nothing. St. Louis shots on goal, maybe, but then there's 16. So that kind of an advantage for St. Louis, but nothing truly stands out. So this one's a pass. Next. Moving on to Vancouver and Salt Lake. Currently, we see it is Real Salt Lake being a slight favorite, which is hilarious looking at the points, but they're at home, and home field matters a lot, which is still baffling to me how it matters so much in soccer. So 27, 26, 22, 27. You see the numbers. They get cards. Vancouver's 28 versus 14. They're 2-3-0. They're 1-2-2. Draw 2, lost 1. I mean, first in blocks versus that. That's clear advantage. 6 versus 7. That versus that. Those two cancel out, actually. That. Both were pretty good defensively. Offensively, they kind of struggle. What's the over-under? 2.5. I could potentially try to go for, like, they're combining for 2.4. And they're giving me up like, this is less than 2.5, that's less than 2.5, that's less than 2.5, that's less than 2.5. We could go under. This might be an underplay. Let's look at the props, see if anything stands out. In this one, Vancouver is right there. It's right here. We have 3 props. We have Diego Luna shots on goal. We have Matthias shots and Ocampo shots. Let's see what they look like. Shots on goal, half. 1.2, you had a 0 there, but you had 3. That 3 is doing a lot of heavy lifting. As soon as that goes away, your numbers plummet. So, no. Matthias shots, 2-1-2-2-0. 2025, you've hit this all but 2. You've only played in 7 games, though. Don't know. Let's see. Ocampo, 3-2-1-1. 2025, you've hit this all but 2. You're averaging 1.3 shots. It's 110. I like that. Like it better than Matthias. Ocampo, just a pure shot. He doesn't even have to make it. He doesn't have to come close. Just take a shot. You can be a missed shot as long as it's a shot. I think I'm going to take this. We're going to take Ocampo. I like this. Oh, oops, not that spot. Ocampo. Over 0.5 shots. Let's take a shot. It's minus 110. We're going to take a shot on it. Aha, I get it. Puns. Next. All right, moving on to the last game of today. We have Houston and San Jose. And currently, it is right there. Looks like San Jose is favored heavily over Houston. We look at, let's see why. 16 versus 18. These two teams are pretty equal on the records. Stat-wise, they're pretty equal. Houston's better at some things. San Jose's better at some things. San Jose's at home. Nothing makes me want to take a money line. Nothing's really standing out like the other games we took. Some of those were like, yeah, clearly one team's better. Look at props. Let's see if anything stands out in this one. Houston, right there. Load them up, and we have a couple 80s. We have Espinoza shots on goal, and Vitor Costa on just pure shots. Start with shots. 2025, you've hit this in all, you've hit this in 7 of 10. And you only have 1 mostly, except for this 4. Don't love that. Goodbye. And Espinoza, shots on goal, 2025. You've hit 6 straight, but then you missed the last one. I'm not loving that. I'm not loving this at all. No, and this is too close. Nothing's really standing out. Passes are better for them. They're a little bit better with their shots. Nothing's screaming take it. We're going to pass on this one. Next. All right, moving to Sunday's 2 games. First up, we got Chicago and New York City. Not New York, Red Bulls. The NYCFC is up next. Currently, it's NYC is favored pretty heavily. Let's look at the spreadsheet. We can see number 1 defense versus the bad defense, but good offense. So it cancels out. Shots. One that cancels out, that cancels out. Those are the same. Everything's canceling. That makes sense. This is a pretty even matchup. Let's look at the props, see if anything stands out in this one. Okay, so far, it does not. So, 1 prop, Jack Elliott shots. Jack, how are you doing? It's 1-2-0-1-1. I don't love this. Yeah, 0.92, not good enough. Yeah, everything's too close. There's not enough props. Nothing. Everything's canceled out in this game. We're going to go in and pass on this one. All right, and the last game is Cincinnati and Atlanta. Currently, we see it is the 3-way line has Atlanta plus 140. And if we have the 2-way line, it has Atlanta 124. So let's go ahead and look over here at the spreadsheet. We see the numbers. Cincy's a better team. They're 3-1-1. Atlanta's 0-2-3. Atlanta can't score goals. They don't shoot well. How are they close to favorite? I never understand. Cincy's way better. I got 29 damn points for a read. They're 9-2-3. They're like Philadelphia. Them and Philadelphia, the top 2 teams, in my opinion. Some people might argue that, but hey, I say what I say. So props. I'm going Cincinnati something, most likely, unless a prop just screams take me. And nothing is screaming. Nope. If anything, Cincy's screaming take me, because these numbers clearly better, a little bit. 3 versus 29. Are you kidding me? Come on, come on. What's the three-way line here? Three-way line. The two-way line is Cincy plus 106, which means if they push, I'm okay. It's a draw, whatever. They tie, it's a push. It voids out. If Cincy wins, great. If Cincy loses, I'm gonna laugh because how did you lose Willian? So perfect. We're taking Cincy money line. Like, what are we doing here? We're gonna go Sin money line. It's gonna be on the two-way. That way we have that push protection. So that's it. We are done. How did that work out? That was nice. Is it soccer? Yes, it is. Now, Wednesday, there was a bunch of games MLS style. I'll be back on Wednesday to do a video on these plays here. Let me know in the comments what you're playing. Check out the HQ if you want the plays typed out in a nice list for all 5 sports. Or if you want access to the spreadsheet for all 5 sports. Other than that, I appreciate you being here. Drop a like, subscribe, and I'll see you Wednesday for some more MLS. Peace.